Oh my God, I'm coughing. I've got the corona. I don't really have the corona, but YouTube has officially told me I'm alive, which, as always, it's good to know that I'm a living person. Woo! Tidbit Nipply out today. Tidbit Nipply today. Hey, 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 hey. I live stream every day. Well, hello. I'm here. It's a little later than I expected to be. Hello, Holly. How are you doing this evening? I just finished watching a race on the internet because obviously I really wanted to watch the race, and then unfortunately it went a little bit over, and so now it's about 11 o'clock before I finally got the stream going, and that's fine, but we were trying to go a little bit earlier. Not sure if you are the only person watching or if that's the mystery person watching. Regardless, we do have one person watching, and we did have two people at one point, but as of now, we're only down to one, which it could be you, or I'm assuming it's you since you're still commenting, but our mystery person decided to leave us. They apparently only wanted to watch the first 30 seconds, and then they were like, all right, fine, I don't need you to yell at me again. Did think it was pretty funny. My ex-girlfriend reached out to me today, told me that she wished her and I could still be friends. Well, she didn't really say that, but that was pretty much what she was hoping that would come out of all of this. And I swiftly and not very nicely told her to fuck off, and that I wanted absolutely nothing to do with her ever again, which I really hope hurt her feelings. It would make me feel really good inside to know that it hurt her a little bit, but if it didn't, then I really don't care. I mean, I don't really, doesn't really bother me if she's in my life or not or anymore. Just still find it really funny that people who date you for some reason think that somehow you guys can remain friends when there's no way in hell you can be friends with somebody who you love or loved. But yes, so I was watching a live stream of a yeah, well, I mean, like I've said before, in theory, if you and the other person both decided, like, hey, I like it better when we're friends, like, if you guys, like, if you were friends with somebody for a long time, but then you were like, I think I like you, and then you start dating, but then maybe a couple weeks or a month went by, and you both realized that a relationship really isn't going to work the way you thought it was, and that, and that you just better be friends, like, it's a lot easier to stay friends in that aspect than it is to be like one person's like, hey, we should just be friends, while the other person's like, but I love you. Like, that's when the dynamic doesn't work out. And so that's why I think it's crazy that she thinks that I'm somehow supposed to forget that I had feelings for her, or that, that we had dated for as long as we did, and that I was just supposed to be her friend. Like, I don't want to hear about your stupid fucking new boyfriend and your stupid ass drama that you have in your life, when, when realistically I only want to hear about that if I was your boyfriend. So yeah. So definitely not gonna happen, Captain. I still think it's funny that she thought it would work in the first place, but sounds good, Holly. Still have a mystery person that keeps coming and going, or just coming regardless. I'm not sure. There's one person here, and if you just said I'll be right back, and there was two people, I'd assume that means that this is my mystery person. And if that's the case, mystery person, I hate you for never talking to me. It would take 2 seconds to say hello in the chat. You would never have to say another word ever again. I would leave you alone for the eternity of time. But I did also find funny that that Michael was the one that was like, "Oh, I hope that Holly's back tomorrow night." And here we are. Holly's here, but where's Michael? Nowhere to be seen. Or even Joel. Where's Joel at? Joel's our new homie. Showed up last night in chat. Good dude. Real good, solid dude. I liked him. Good people. We had good people. We had a good chat last night. Really lasted for a long time. We talked about relationships. We talked about the coronavirus. Talked about all kinds of stuff in life. Really had a good conversation last night. But yeah, you guys should leave a like if you like this video, or if you enjoyed watching my beautiful face, or like listening to this beautiful, soothing tone of a voice I have. If you aren't subscribed, you should subscribe to my channel to keep up with you know, the streams and the post videos. And also, I would say if you have any friends out there, you guys should totally tell your friends to watch too, because I'm now with you, Michael. I mean, I see you. Hello, Michael. I'm glad you finally have showed up. I mean, it's only been 7 minutes, so obviously it's not like you've not been here for a really long time, but I'm just glad that you're here. Holly was here, but she left. She said she'd be right back. So, but yeah, I totally agree with Michael in the sense of now that YouTube has officially told me that if I can get another 500 subscribers, that I totally can start being paid from YouTube. And I thought that was pretty cool that Michael's been telling me now for a couple days that if I got to 1,000 subscribers, I'd get paid. And I kind of thought you were lying because I didn't realize it was that low of a number. But YouTube sent me an email today and was like, "Hey, we see that your channel's been growing recently, and we wanted to inform you if you can make it to 1,000 subscribers that you can officially start making money off of YouTube." And I was like, "Wow!" I mean, we're still kind of a far way away, but you know, I have no idea where Holly went. She showed up. She said hello. We slightly talked about relationships for a mere second because I was explaining about how my ex-girlfriend tried to contact me today and was trying to make me be her friend, and I rudely told her to fuck off. And then she said, "I'll be right back." And she left. And then you showed up. So that's where we're at now. This stream is unofficially sponsored by Mountain Dew. Except for my Mountain Dew's empty, which makes me really sad because that was the only drink I had out here. So that means I have no more drinkage. But tonight's streams, definitely. Yes, I agree, Michael. We'll get there eventually. We just gotta. Hey, I like that goal. I like that goal a lot. But yeah, that's why I figured, you know, if you guys got friends out there that you think would like watching me, it'd probably be a good idea to start, you know, sharing the stream on your social media platforms, or, you know, telling your friends about it or something. That way we could start growing a group of people who are actually cool people, because you guys are cool people. And obviously I'd assume your friends obviously have to be the same. But yeah. Tonight's stream's probably only going to be an hour because I unfortunately was watching a live stream of a race that went over past 10 o'clock, where it was only supposed to go to 10 o'clock. And so it went till about 10:50. So now I'm here now. And unfortunately, because of that, it cut the stream short, which, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. But also, I don't, like I said, I don't want to stay up all night, as always. But God, I got this little cough going on. It's starting to scare me because I know that's what the coronavirus is when people are coughing and shit. And I don't think I have coronavirus. What is Poverty Princess and RV Rolling? I've never heard of either of those channels, but that's awesome that you're now a moderator of 3 channels. That's dope. That proves that you're obviously a good fucking dude because if those people trusted you and I obviously trust you, you know, I should definitely share. Yeah, actually, I legitimately was just about to mention the fact that it's 42 degrees outside right now, which, I mean, in the gist of Ohio and how Ohio can hit 0 degrees on most winter nights, I mean, 42 degrees ain't horrible, but it's cold enough where I still need the whole cold ensemble. It's just I'm sweating underneath it here because I've been out here for, well, since the race started at 9 o'clock. So my heater's been running off and on and heats up the garage, and then I start to sweat. So I turn it off and then back and forth. Um, but I am going to I'm going to share my stream to 80 there tomorrow. Oh my god, boy. Aren't you a lucky son of a bitch? It's going to be a whopping 52 degrees tomorrow here. I'm sharing my stream to Facebook real quick. Oh, real quick. We're going to say at it again. Join and let's chat. Smiley face. All are welcome. Exclamation mark. Share that shit, motherfucker. Hey, I told you guys, though, I would name the stream What's Good, Robin Hood, and that's what we named it because I told you I liked that name. I should have did it yesterday, but we're doing it today because I didn't realize that it was a better name than the name I gave yesterday. So now we will jump on Facebook on my cellular telephone device, take a picture of, we're going to screenshot this here post I just made, and we're going to share it to Instagram. Yeah, we've been on lockdown for 2 weeks already, and we have another 3 weeks now that the government has just officially told us we have more to do. We got even fucking more time, which I looked out and I found some money that I had laying around that I forgot I even had. So I'm good for a couple more days. But then once it's gone, then I'm done with money. What's good, fam? Don't share it to Facebook because we already got a notification on Facebook. Cool. Cool. All right, excitingness. So, what to talk about today? We've done a lot of pretty much nothing. all day. I mean, I've cleaned my house for like the third or fourth day in a row. Um, Prepped my lawnmower to be able to mow the grass because yeah, I feel that. I don't think the only thing that I luck out about is my insurance is extremely fucking cheap for my truck. And it's not to say that I have like the cheap insurance. I actually have the medium package. They have like a bronze, a silver, and a platinum. And I have silver insurance. So I actually have like decent insurance for my truck, but it only cost me $63 a month. So um I mean, I don't know where Holly's at, man. She left. She said she'll be right back, and she hasn't come back. So I don't know if like where she's at, what she's doing, what she's got going on, or nothing. I don't. I don't know. Hey, see, we both got really cheap insurance. Like I said, it doesn't particularly mean that we have like bad cheap insurance. It just means we both don't have to pay a lot for insurance, which is nice. What year is your truck? My truck is a 2005, so it's not like new, but it's the newest vehicle I've ever owned, and it's technically only 15 years old, and that's pretty new in my standards. Everything I've ever owned has been in from the 90s normally, so but it's actually an Eddie Bauer edition, so it's like really fancy. It's got leather interior, it's got heated seats, it's got 2016. That's dope as fuck. See, I've never owned anything new, like new, but that's fine. I mean, I'm cool with the cars that I've owned in my life. But I actually also own a 2001 Dodge 1500, and only only bought it because at the time I was in between cars and I needed wheels to get around, and it's like crumbling apart because it's a Dodge and it's not in good shape. But fortunately, I got a guy coming out Saturday to take a look at it, and if he likes it, he gonna pay me $500 for it. So that's a good chunk of change to come in. I only paid $250 for the truck, so I mean I'll be making literally double the money. Um, so that'd be nice. And realistically, I told him I was firm on the price because I know how people are. He's going to show up. He's going to look at it. He's going to say, "Oh, I'll give you 350 for it." And I'm like, "Nah, you want it? You pay me $500. You can have it. But if you don't want it, that's fine. I'll keep it." Oh, Nissan, that's cool. I love Nissan, but not that I'm against their trucks. I just, if I was going to buy a Nissan, I would have to buy fancy Nissan like GTR Nismo, or if I really want to spend a lot of money, I'd get myself a 1991 Skyline Nismo. I'll take a 370Z Nismo. I'll take a 350Z. Um, I don't think of what else Nissan makes. Oh, a 240. I'll take a 240. I don't even need it to be a Nismo. I'd take a 240. I mean, realistically, I'd take a Skyline and a 370 and all that without being Nismo, but Nismo's the fast one, so the race car version. So I'm into I'm into the high end Nissans. Um, But yes, that's where I'm at with Nissan. I've never ridden in a truck, and I've never had anybody own a Nissan truck around me, so I've never been able to actually compare what a Nissan truck is like compared to um well, hey, that's dope. I mean, you can't get mad that for a hand me down, even though it's a hand me down that's only like 4 years old. And on top of that, technically, my dad gave me my truck that I have now. So, I mean, like, if you got to choose, what would you have picked? Like, if you could have any truck, we're just going to talk about trucks just because we both have trucks. But if you could pick any truck out there, what would you have picked? Um, I'm a Ford guy. I obviously understand that everybody has their own views. My listing for the three major American companies, besides GMC, because I put GMC inside of Chevy because they are technically the same truck, but mine's Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. I've never been a fan of Dodge. A Toyota, that's interesting. I won't get into my feelings on Toyotas because unfortunately, when you live in Ohio, every single person in high school would go out and buy themselves a little Toyota truck that was like a tiny little baby truck, and they lift it up and put massive tires on it, but leave that stupid 4-cylinder engine in it. And then they take it out wheeling and be like, man, my truck never gets stuck. And it's like, well, no shit, your truck weighs like 2 pounds. Like, you can't get stuck in something that just floats across the water. So I've never really been a fan of Toyota, besides the fact that I do believe that Toyotas never die. I've seen the Top Gear episode where they literally like drown it in the ocean and start it right back up, and then they destroy it like 8 different ways, and it starts right back up and drives away after every time they destroy the truck. So I mean, it proves that they're a good truck and they run. It's just like, if I'm getting a truck, I want something big. I want big diesel. I want blowing smoke. Actually, I don't want blowing smoke because that just means you're wasting fuel. But give me a 7.3 turbo diesel, and I just live in the truck at that point. I wouldn't even have to live in my house. I'd just sleep in my truck. I'd be that much in love with it. Hey, Michael, stop making it sound like I'm so horrible to sit here and listen to. Like, oh, thank God Holly's here. Now I don't have to sit here and listen to fucking Matt talk. Real disrespectful. You hurt my feelings, Michael. You hurt my feelings. Yes, but Holly, what do you drive when you are going down the block? When you're beating down the block? Oh man, my back is killing me already. We just started. I'm already in pain. Uh-oh, another bald spot. Kia Soul. That's a good, reliable car. And an ex-girlfriend of mine, not my most recent ex-girlfriend, but like 2 ex-girlfriends ago, had a Kia Soul, and it was a good car till she blew it up. But before that, it was a decent car. I actually quite enjoy the back seat of the Kia Soul because it's really big, and for somebody like me who's 6'5", I can actually fit comfortably in the back seat of the Kia Soul. So that's the excitement of my life. Just living the dream. Checking the social medias real quick, see if anybody seems interested in watching me talk. I was FaceTiming my friend because I haven't seen her in like 2 weeks, and it really sucks because, like, I'd spend all my time hanging out with them. Yeah, exactly. It is a quite roomy car. For being such a small little Kia, it is. It does. You do have quite a good chunk of room, Um, your boyfriend is as tall as me, huh? Tall people gang. Yeah. I wonder if he's like me though, and he doesn't like being 6'5". I mean, sure, there are some advantages to being tall, but realistically, it kind of sucks because now I'm taller than everybody else, like literally everybody. Like, oh right, I forgot you are 6'4". I forgot we had this conversation the other night when we were talking about girlfriends that you said that you also Yeah, Holly, that's what I was figuring. It's literally it's one of those things when you're really tall, people think that that's awesome. Like when you're short, you see someone tall, you're like, it's gotta be so cool to be tall. And it's like, it doesn't though. Like it really sucks to be tall. Everybody is smaller than you. So like you have to look down to talk to people and everybody else has to look up to talk to you. And the only things I can realistically think about that are anything worth um 6'2". Uh Chris, it's nice to meet you. I don't know if we've ever chit chatted before, but I'm glad that you are a part of this chat. But yes, yeah, 5'3" and 6'5", definitely a big ass fucking difference. Um, yeah, it is. It's like about the only time you feel decently okay about being tall is when somebody's like, "Oh, I can't reach that. Can you get that?" And you're like, "You mean this?" And you just grab it with no problem. You're like, "Oh wow, that was um Well, Chris, I'm glad that you've been following me for a while, but I'm also more glad that you decided to join the stream and chit chat with us because we are a big group of friendly people. Holly and Michael, they are my moderators because they are about the most dopest people I've met on YouTube. So they are definitely good people. In the chat we had last night, I've been telling everybody about it that we had one hell of an awesome conversation last night. Um, but I hope that you can make it back for more, because we're gonna keep doing this every night forever now because I quite enjoy having somebody to talk to or having people to talk to. It gets really boring when you're stuck in your house all day alone. Uh, but yeah, I yes, quarantine sucks. Like I mean, we also covered this last night, but I mean, like, yeah, it sucks that that we're stuck at home. Obviously, it makes sense because we want this fucking coronavirus bullshit to get done and over with, so we can all enjoy our fucking summer. Because you know, like unlike Michael, who actually lives in an area that has decent weather, um, um, I love that you call her Big Lisa, just because you and me had that conversation about. Um, I'm assuming that's your girlfriend, but we had that conversation the other night, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, so like it sucks that this whole sickness is going on, and we want it to get done with. But people like Michael, who lives in a state in which he gets nice-ish weather all year round, whereas Ohio, we have snow in the winter, and 95% of us fucking hate the snow. So when summer comes, and now you're gonna tell me that I have to be locked in my house all fucking day, um, or yeah, that really sucks. I mean, I could go outside, but you know what I mean. I can't like go out and enjoy the summer in the way that most people would enjoy summer. So, uh, like my parents had a trip to Disney World planned, and obviously that got canceled due to the coronavirus. I mean, it's still about a month and a half away before they would even leave for Disney, but being as how everything's going right now, it doesn't really seem like it's probably going to happen. So they're going to have to either reschedule or just cancel the trip all the way around, which sucks. Um, Chris, where are you from exactly, if you don't mind me asking? Me and Holly are both from Ohio, and Michael is from Georgia. I see. I'm confused because you said Alabama one other time, and then yesterday you said something about Georgia. So now I'm confused if Michael's from Alabama or Georgia. But regardless, I know that you're like right on the line between the two. So regardless, he's in much nicer weather than the rest of us. See, and that's what I still find it so funny, Michael. Like, does your girlfriend know that you say these things about her? Like, does your girlfriend know that you say she ain't cute, but she's loyal? Because, like, even the stuff you and me talked about the other night, it just seemed like you were being mean ish. But, you know, I understand where you're coming from because of the conversation we were having, but it also makes me think, like, does your girlfriend know that you don't? Uh, um, Holy shit. So you originally lived in Southern California. Now you live in a state that's like worse than Ohio. So I feel really bad for you, Chris, because I know that Washington State is literally like rainy all the fucking time and is usually cold as shit. Don't worry, Michael. I'm not going to say anything to your girlfriend. I just wondered if she knew how you talk about her. See, I'm getting hot again. Now I'm going to show off this beautiful hair I have. And I'm also going to repeat what I've said every single night. I need to get a fucking haircut. I need to shave this beard. I'm not going to shave it off because I look like a 10-year-old child when I have no facial hair. Um, but definitely with warmer weather coming, I don't need the big bushy beard anymore. Surprisingly enough, this has only been about 2 months that I've been growing this, and it's already this fucking long. I mean, my chin is here, and I have this much hair, which I mean, it's only about maybe an inch and a half long, and I've definitely had it much fucking longer. But yeah, beards in summertime are usually not compatible. So, Chris, what do you do for a living? Because we were talking about that stuff too. Um, Hey, see, growing beards are back and forth because, like, it's kind of like being tall, like it has its advantages, that's got its disadvantages. I always wanted to grow a beard, so I lucked out when I finally was able to, like, grow a legitimate beard, but now it never stops. So, like, I shave it off, and a month later, it's already an inch long, and that drives me crazy because it's like, can you slow down just a little bit? Like, I hate having to shave all the time, but I do love the beard. Like I won't lie, it's definitely my all-time favorite. My favorite feature of myself is my big old beard. Plus, it's red, and obviously, as you can tell, my hair is brown, but my beard is red, and so I'm actually like half ginger. So a lot of people tell me I only have half a soul because gingers have no souls, and but I'm really a brown hair. That's just my beard grows in red, and I love it. I also often get people ask me if I dye my beard because people are so blown away. In the video, it's kind of hard to tell. It kind of looks like it's a brownish red, but like in the summertime, this thing is like fire fucking red. Um, and I love it. Um, you all got beards in Alabama? See, I feel like Alabama wouldn't be a state where a lot of people would have a beard. Because, like I said, when my girlfriend lived in Ohio, or my ex-girlfriend, let's rephrase that. She is not anything of importance to me anymore. But when my ex-girlfriend lived in Ohio, she, lived in Florida. When I would go down to Florida, I mean, it would be to the point where every Florida girl was all over my nuts because they thought I was sexy because I had a beard. Because apparently people in Florida don't grow beards because they don't deal with cold. But it's not until you get into a cold environment. See, and that's the thing. I should really do some that like that DNA test, or not DNA, or whatever it is, that you find out where your heritage is, because I do actually have a lot of Native American in me. Like it's proven that I've got like 20% Native American in me, which I don't really look Native American, but I have a famous relative of mine was a very famous war chief, an Indian war chief. So I got that, but I've also wondered, like, I feel like I have to have some Irish in me because I really do. Yeah, Ancestry.com, correct. Um, well, yeah, I know Florida ain't southern, but they're southern compared to me. You know, they're the bottom of the map in theory. Well, I mean, not really the bottom, but you know what I mean, like bottom of the United States. So they are southern, but they're not like hillbilly like the rest of us. You know. Yeah, and see, Chris, I agree 100%. I'm in the same boat. Like, I would love to find out my ancestry, but it seems so steep to have to pay $100 just to have them print out what you are. You know, like I feel like it could easily be cheaper. Um, but obviously, I don't know exactly what all happens when they do that, so I don't really know exactly how much it takes to get that stuff done. Um, But do you enjoy driving bus? Does that mean you drive like a school bus for children, or do you just drive like a metro bus, like a city bus that you just drive around and like go from stop to stop kind of thing? Um, so Holly, you should be able to definitely do a lot of drinking then, and Dutch. Um, that mean no, I was gonna say that means you should be good at making chocolate, but I think Swedish people are good at making chocolate. I'm not really sure. Trying to think, what are Dutch people known for? I know my mom's got Pennsylvania Dutch in her, but I couldn't tell you what the fuck that is either. um, you were so obsessed, Michael, with this Budweiser and vodka. I don't get it. Like I said, I'm gonna have to try this shit because it just doesn't seem like it would be good. But at the same time, I feel like it might actually be pretty good. Um, do you guys remember last night when I told you I had um, Dutch got the chocolate. Okay, cool. I thought Swedish people were chocolate people too, but I think it's like a Dutch and Swedish people are both good at chocolate. Um, but a metro bus, that's cool. At least like you work a full shift then, I'm assuming, you know, because like a school bus driver would only have to pick up and then you'd go home and then you'd have to go back to pick up children again. So at least with a metro bus, you just drive constantly all day. I feel like that would be a much more dope job. Um, are uh, are you in like a big city in Washington? Like, do you have to deal with a whole lot of traffic, or you know, are you in more of like a rural area? Because I know a lot of Washington State has got a lot of really badass forests and stuff. That's about the only thing that would ever actually get me to come to Washington. To be honest, I hate the cold and I hate the rain, especially when you mix the two together. So I definitely am not going for that reason. But I know that the forests out there have plants that grow bigger than any other because they're like untouched. And I think that shit's pretty fucking cool. Um, oh shit, it's a really big city, huh? That's fucking dope. And especially since you grew up in SoCal anyways, I mean, I'm sure you're already used to fucking traffic, whereas, you know, I'm not really from a big city, so I hate dealing with traffic. Um, when I was having to drive up to Cleveland to do some work, that's about the biggest, I'd say it's the biggest city, but I don't think it is because I think Columbus, our capital, is actually the bigger city, but Cleveland's probably one of the biggest cities in Ohio, and God, I wanted to just blow my brains out when I had to drive through there because the traffic sucks. Um, Sprite and whiskey with lime. That also sounds good. Jack and Coke. I will also agree. Jack and Coke is good. Um, just trying to not that I'm complaining, but you guys are You guys are talking so fast to each other in chat. I'm falling behind at times. Tastes like cheap whiskey sour. I'd be okay with that. Spoken. I know what that is. 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 I can't talk right, but yeah, close to Canada. Yeah, so you're at like the northern part, which definitely means you deal with a lot more cold bullshit than the rest of it. Not that the southern part of Washington State is probably just as fucking cold and rainy. To sound like a really nerdy person, I know that the film Twilight was filmed in Washington State, so that's kind of cool. That's actually where I know most of the landscape um, of Washington State is because of that movie. Yeah, I don't. Is Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland? Like, I don't. Um, Yeah, see, Holly, it's one thing to be a girl and be like, I love Twilight. But when you're a guy and you tell people that you love Twilight, you get a completely different reaction. Most people are like, are you gay? And it's like, no, I just like vampires and wolves. Is that so bad? And I'm a sucker. I'm a hopeless romantic. So obviously, when you throw in that it's a love movie on top of being about vampires and werewolves, it really just sucked me right in there. Um, I will admit, obviously, it's a two-way split. You're either in love with Edward or you're in love with Jacob. I like Edward, and I think Jacob is a piece of shit. Now, toward the end of the movie series, when Jacob like saves Bella's child and all the other stuff, like he redeems himself. But when he keeps trying to steal Bella from Jacob or from Edward, it pisses me off, and I hated him for that reason. Um, uh, just the first one. Now, Chris, let me ask you this. Have you actually seen the rest of the movies? Because I liked the first one. I absolutely hate the second one. Don't remember what happens in the third one now. But I know that the very last Twilight movie was better than all of them. I think the last Twilight was the absolute best, to be honest. But yeah. Yeah, no, Ohio State University is in Columbus. Yeah, I don't even know. Is there a Cleveland? I mean, I'm sure there's a Cleveland University, but shit, I never hear about them. I think I hear more about Akron University, which is closer to me than any of them. Or Kent State. That's also really fucking close to me. Um, I think they're really the only ones that are like popular enough in football to actually like be named, really. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty others out there. Well, I guess Ohio University. I don't know. I don't really keep up with college sports, to be completely honest. Um, I have never seen 50 Shades of Grey. That was one of those movies that I always just kind of stayed away from. Not saying that they probably wouldn't enjoy them, because I do usually like that kind of genre of movie, but I've just never really went out of my way to watch 50 Shades of Grey. Um, Mainly because a friend of mine once told me that it was just full of a bunch of sex, and I was like, interesting. doesn't make it sound like it's a bad thing, but at the same time, it was just like, oh, that's interesting, like weird kinky sex with whips and stuff or something like that. Like, I'm not sure. She kind of painted a picture that made it seem like it was a little weird. So I was like, yeah, maybe we'll just hold off watching 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, well, Michael, have you actually seen Twilight, or are you just bashing it because you're a typical guy? Because that's the thing, I mean, I will totally admit when Twilight came out, I was totally against it, and then one day I seen a good close friend of mine who's married and has children who was like, I can't wait until the next Twilight movie comes out. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. So that's what actually made me decide to watch them, because I was like, well, if this guy's married and has kids, it makes me feel less weird about maybe possibly liking it. And then I watched them, and I actually, like I said, I quite enjoyed the whole Twilight movies. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try not to tell people as much as possible, because they usually do judge you when you bring it up. Um, it's a plot with lots of sex. Um, your girlfriend goes to bed at 8 o'clock. Is she like worked really early in the morning, or she just sleep a lot or something? See, and I'll also be honest, Michael. The first honest time that I ever saw Twilight, like a girl in high school that I was dating, used to put the movie on, and then we would bang to it, because then her mom would think that we were watching a movie when really we were banging. So the first couple times I saw it, I only saw it in like bits and pieces, because obviously I was distracted doing other things. Uh, so I finally then was like, maybe I should just watch it, and then I watched it and I enjoyed it. So yeah, I wish at work at 4. That would make sense. You got to go to bed early because you got to get up early. Like the last 3 or 4 nights that I've been trying to get to bed early, I mean, it's been every bit of 2 or 3 in the morning before I fall asleep. So I'm definitely my insomnia is definitely would never allow me to fall asleep at 8 o'clock. Um, I So 11:40. So still can easily put some more time into this stream. I'm okay with staying up for a little while longer. Um, Sorry, I when I got online, I seen somebody post something that said, "Post your favorite memory of us," and I usually don't do that kind of thing. Um, but this girl bought me a cake for my half birthday, because I'm probably the only person in the world who actually celebrates my half birthday. My biggest thing on that is, you don't know, the older you get, you're not guaranteed to make it to your next birthday. So I like to celebrate my half birthday, which is March 23rd, because my birthday is September 23rd. So on March 23rd, I always have a big birthday party for myself, invite all my friends over, and this girl went out of her way to buy me a cake, and I thought it was ice cream cake. Oh, I just saw you said, well, you asked me what I did. I do construction, remodeling, construction, pretty much anything, house remodeling, construction wise. Um, oh, oh, stop it. I got clammy hands. It's one of the downsides of. Wow, look at Chris. Now, Chris, have you watched my other videos, and so you've heard about this mystery guest, or are you just just noticing that we have a mystery guest? Because this mystery guest shows up every fucking day. They never say a word to us, and so we're starting to think that they do it on purpose, because literally I don't know if it's the same person, but it's always ironic that there's always one person watching us who never talks. It drives me crazy. That's actually why in the description of this video I always put, if you don't comment on this video, I'm going to hate you because of this fucking person right here who doesn't talk to us. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. Like, who watches and doesn't talk? It's so weird. I'm really so glad that you guys all agree with me and that I'm not just being weird about it, because like it has driven me nuts for the last 5 days that we have had somebody here who doesn't talk to us. Like they refuse. Yeah, exactly. There is a mystery person. There's 3 of us chatting, but there's one person who isn't. Also, guys, not that I want to be mean, but I only have 1 like, and I feel like you guys should hit that like button. Just that little click. We get some more likes up in this bitch. Man of many trades. Yes, I guess you could say. I am. Very well. Hey, thank you. You gave me a second like. You actually put a genuine smile on my face. How old are you, Chris? Wait, whoa. I just saw something interesting that I have to back up for. I have insomnia. Marijuana used to help, but now I can't smoke. Chris, here's a funny situation. I'm in the same boat. I have insomnia. I smoked marijuana all the time. Literally, I have it broke, but I have a bong sitting here. It's from when I used to smoke, but now I can't smoke because I got like job stuff and I have to take drug tests to try to get a job and stuff. So like I haven't smoked marijuana for almost a year, and God, has it been weird. I have been the biggest pothead my entire life, and this last year I have smoked no weed, and it is a weird life to live in, to go from being a big pothead to not being a big pothead. So I'm glad we are in the same boat, Chris. Um, well, I appreciate we do have 5 people in this room at the moment, and we have 3 likes, and I appreciate the 3 of you that liked it. Damn, Chris, we're like, I mean, you're older than me. But we are the same. I turned the big 30 this September as well. And yeah, exactly. I also grew up on it. I smoked marijuana for dude. Fuck. Easily 17 years when I quit. So the thought of stopping was like, it was a scary thought, to be completely honest. Like I was really worried that my life was going to suck. But then once you get away from it, you realize that life is just life and that you can get over it without it. But yeah, it is not what you expect to be. And that's why a lot of the older videos, if you watch the denture videos I would post when I still worked at my factory job, I would smoke weed at work. Like, I mean, I was a full-fledged pothead. I smoked weed before work. I'd go out on smoke breaks and smoke weed. I mean, like, I was every single video on my YouTube channel, I was pretty much stoned for. And a lot of people called me out on it, which was fine. I just never said it because I didn't want people to judge me or not watch my videos because they knew I was a pothead, because some people frown upon that to the point where, I don't know. Wait. Actually, I don't know if Michael's ever told me his age, to be honest. So unless Michael's older than you, you probably are. Um, you probably are the oldest person, Holly. Um, yes, you're right. Michael, are you saying that you also participated in such activities, or are you just saying that we are all drug free because we all don't smoke? Um, the other thing is, obviously, I'm assuming that the 3 of you are the ones that like this video. So I'm also assuming that our mystery guest is the person who refuses to like because they can't comment. So why would they like the video? Um, oh, okay. So yes, Chris, exactly. That is 100% a part of growing up. Exactly. I am 100% honest. don't plan to go the rest of my life without not smoking. Like, I mean, if I can get a good job or have YouTube pay me to be full-time YouTuber, I would totally become a pothead again. I'd be cool with that. But I mean, but as of now, with where I'm at in life, I can't do it. So yes, um, it's definitely growing. I had to grow up. My dad always told me, he always told me, one day you're gonna grow up, kid. You're gonna quit. And I was always like, you're crazy, dude. I ain't never gonna quit. And then I quit, and it was like, oh shit, he was right. I grew up. I will never want to grow up. But yeah. Jeez, I'm like missing comments. So like you guys are talking about things, and I'm like, I don't get it. And then I'm like, oh wait, maybe we should go back and see what I missed. Uh, I turned 32 years ago. Oh, right. I read that one right because, and then Michael says 36, so he's definitely the oldest person. Um, do you guys want to know something really sad though? That now that we're just happen to be talking about it. Um, I didn't know that bong was broken until I just picked up to show you guys. It's really quite sad because that means that there was water inside of it and that it froze over the winter and broke. So that means if I ever wanted to go back, my bong is now officially broken. And that's sad because I got it for free. My best friend gave me this bong because he got a new one and was like, "Hey, bro, do you want a bong?" And I was like, "Well, I use a bowl, so yeah, I'll take a bong." But now it's broken. And that's really sad. Now I don't have a bong. Wonder where the bottom is. I wonder where the bottom went. Got to be hiding over here somewhere. Is this it? No, maybe. No, there's no idea. Huh? Maybe it's shattered into a million pieces. It's just non-existent anymore. What's sitting right? Oh, nope, found it. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I hope he's also taken care of. Where is my puppy? She is in her cage. Um, we can go see her. That's fine. We can look at the puppy again. Now you got me all excited to see my baby puppy, and I keep saying her name. So now I hear her out there moving. She's like, "Oh, you coming to see me? You come see me?" Um, yes, no drugs. I don't know what they are. Something tells me that just means that you're being sarcastic. Um, um, puppy, you gifted your bong. I feel like I'm 40 most days. Then I feel like I'm in my 20s. Um, you're gonna get me more. You're gonna get me more famous than Stephanie. Are you sure? Because Stephanie has, if it's the same Stephanie, she has like 4,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool for her. But that's a long way away from me. I mean, I still got 3,500 subscribers to go until we get there, and I will be much appreciated if you guys want to help me get there. That'd be cool as fuck. I'd love to be able to spend all full time creating content for you. Oh, okay. Well, Chris, not that it's a problem. You obviously have heard me sitting here talking, so you know that I cuss my ass off, and we obviously all have no problem with cussing. But as you can, as somebody has already done for me, so I appreciate you moderators for doing that. But if you say a bad word in chat, chat will block you until somebody says it's okay. Which, okay, thank you, Holly. Um, But like I said, we don't I don't care. Obviously, it's just YouTube trying to be like, oh, they said naughty word, and you said fucking. So obviously, YouTube was like, oh no, I can't change that. So just a heads up, when you use a cuss word, it blocks your chat until somebody says it's okay. No, and that's what I'm saying. Don't feel bad. It's literally it's not a thing. I wanted you to know, just in the off chance if you wondered why that comment took a couple extra seconds to come up, is it's just um, because of the fact that you said the F word and they were like, oh no. Yeah, Holly got blocked a lot, and she got blocked for saying dumb stuff. She said shit the one day, and she got blocked for it. So I mean, it's dumb. I really wish YouTube would allow me to have some way of going in there and changing it so it doesn't do that shit. But I'm the only one that's allowed to I'm the only one that's allowed to have freedom of speech, and you guys can all fucking suck it. But no. But I saw what you were saying about the Washington has recreational marijuana spots, and it's so fucking tempting. Because I'd be in your boat, man. I mean, if Ohio finally votes it in, they were supposed to vote it in this year or vote for it this year to be recreational, but being as everybody's sick and everything going on, I kind of feel like that's not going to happen now. But even if it does, in your case, you got a good job now, and so that's why you kind of have to not smoke, and that's where I'm at too. So I totally agree. Like, it would be tempting as fuck, but for the job. All right, here we go. We're going to go to the puppy. I have to unplug the computer so that we can make our way over to the baby puppy, because obviously she's going to be so happy to see you guys. Oh, she's sleeping. The little baby sleeping. Hi, puppy. Hey, baby. Do you want to say hi to the people? Oh, she's standing up now. She got all excited. She's like, people? There's people here? I'm actually opening the door this time so she can come out and say hello. Come here, baby. Come here. Hi, babies. Uh-oh. I stepped on the computer. No, you stay here. Stay here. You're okay. You don't need to run away. No puppies. I love you. Everybody wanted to see you. They wanted to see the cute baby puppies. Puppies. Say, you getting such big, huh? And she loves it when I give her things. So, like, just gave her this baseball the other day, and now she's obsessed with this fucking baseball. It actually was already torn. That's why I gave it to her. But she was happy last night. Oh, man. Sucks because my internet always fucking drops out right when I bring it over to see her. But yeah, she is my baby puppy. She turns 2 on April 31st. Unfortunately, I really don't know if that's her real birthday, but that's the day I got her, and she was only a couple weeks old when I got her. So I just used that as her birthday. So she's realistically a little bit older. She's probably already 2 at this point, but she is my baby, and I would do anything for her. And she loves me, and I love her. And she's going crazy in there, jumping around, getting her ball, throwing her ball around because she thinks that Daddy's gonna play with her. I mean, hey, man. I mean, if she really did, that's fine. But I'm telling you, man, she said she had no idea who you were, and she was extremely rude. Like, and I didn't even explain to you. It's fucked up. That's why I was saying last night that when you have any form of YouTube power, you should not be an asshole to other people. That doesn't seem right. Come here, give me a kiss. Give me kisses. Oh God, puppy. Hey, give me kisses. Give me kisses. Come on. Kisses. Yeah, you're my babies. All right, you gotta go see these. It's actually past your bedtime, puppy. But everybody wanted to see you. Yeah, they wanted to see you. See, it's just my computer. I know. See how she's got her ears stuck? She's sad because I keep telling her she's got to go to bed. You gotta go see these. Time for puppy go sleepy. Okay? Is you okay? Yeah, no baby. No babies. All right, babies. I see you in a little bit, okay? I let you go potty before I go bed. Oh, that's my baby girl. Being as I don't currently have children of my own at this moment, she is the closest thing I have to a child, and as I don't treat her like a child, or like a person, I still love her like she was my child. I understand she's a dog, so she's treated like a dog, but when it all comes down to it, the love I have for her is that of as if she was my actual child. Quiet. My heater decided to break for some reason. Um, uh, yeah, I didn't think Alabama had recreational marijuana. Not a lot of states do. I know Colorado, California, the big pothead states to begin with obviously have it, but there's really not that many out there that do allow you. And Ohio has been pretty close, and now Michigan, which is just north of us, they're recreational for marijuana. Um, so that's why it was even probably higher chance that Ohio would do it, just because of the fact of it makes no sense that all these motherfuckers OD on heroin nowadays, and yet you're gonna sit here and tell me that I can get in trouble for because I smoke marijuana is really lame. Yes, I agree as well, Chris. If alcohol is legal, then marijuana should be, because I can smoke a blunt, jump in my car, and drive anywhere I want to and not be impaired at all. But I can't have a bottle of whiskey and jump in my car, because then I'd probably kill somebody. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to think that you can do something legally that does more damage to people than something that literally doesn't. Um, my my puppy's name is Izzy. I'm gonna type it into the chat just so you, um, just because she's named after my best friend who died in high school. Obviously, was a guy, but um, I had two of my best friends killed themselves in high school, and Izzy was one of them. And I spent every day skateboarding with Izzy for 3 or 4 years. And when I got my puppy, even though she's a girl, I just was like, I'm going to name her Izzy after him, because even Izzy can be a girl name. Um, uh, well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's rough, man. I mean, Izzy, I don't want to say I got over Izzy, because I still think about him a lot, but he kind of went out when I was like in my early years of high school. And then the year I was a senior, my second best friend, or my other best friend, killed himself because he decided to be a heroin addict, and then he got off of heroin and cleaned himself up, but he was so depressed that he even allowed himself to become addicted to heroin that he took his own life. And his death fucks with me to this day, because there was a time in my life where I was really down and I was really depressed. And I wouldn't say that I particularly thought of dying or like of killing myself, but naturally, as a depressed person does, you think about how death is easy. And he was the person who got me out of that slump and spent every day with me, making sure that I was okay and good. And then to find out that a couple of years later that he took his own life, well, not to find out, but to then have it work out that a couple of years later he took his life, it fucks with me a lot, because it makes me think that somehow I wasn't able to be there for him, even though he was there for me. Um, his name was Garrett Blake. I have a lot of videos on YouTube I've actually posted about Garrett because he was my. I mean, I spent every day with that kid for fucking 10 years, and um, I mean, I have the chat over on my side, Michael. It's not like it's impossibly hard for me to chat. I just normally don't say anything. Like I could say, "Hey, Michael." Oops. I can yawk. What do you mean? Why am I buffering? Is your internet bad? Can you not see me? Hey, Chris, I appreciate you coming out and watching and chit chatting. You also stay safe and especially while driving a bus or whatever, make sure you keep yourself safe. I hope to see you again in the future for another stream. When I do it earlier, like I'm supposed to, but like tonight, I kind of had a little bit something run over that I couldn't get to the stream as early as I wanted to. But I would look forward to seeing you in the future, and I appreciate you stopping by and chit chatting with us. Oh, I'm out of cigarettes. Hey, there you go. I always forget to tell people about the bell. I always forget that the bell is the thing that notifies you when you get like uploads and stuff like that. But da, 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 da. Oh, oh yeah. When I went over to Izzy, the connection, like where I'm sitting now, is a direct shot straight to my router, which is 100 feet away from me at this point. I've spent a lot of money on my router. I literally have like a $500 or $600 router just so I will be able. I'm able to live stream from back here and still have good quality. But when I go in the other side of the garage to where Izzy is, I'm even farther. I'm probably 120 feet away from the router at that point. So at times the stream like crashes, um, like I don't say it crashes, but it loses signal from time to time. So I apologize for that. Um, yeah. Yeah. So we still have our mystery guests. Um, are you guys that far behind on the stream? Like, how far behind is the stream? I always thought it was pretty close. But if you guys are just seeing the part where I was with Izzy, that was like 10 minutes ago. So I feel like you guys got to be kind of behind on things if it's just now getting to that. Um, but regardless, time is it? What time is it? Can I ask you guys some advice? Can I ask you guys for some advice? Is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I said that the first time, but it's got something to do with a girl. Um, and it might sound kind of dumb that I'm having to ask this kind of question, but um, well, Michael, um, you, my friend, are lucky because it is um, having especially like a best friend pass away is probably the worst thing you'll. I mean, obviously family is one thing, because it's your family, but having somebody who you're supposed to grow up with, like grow old with, because they're your friends and they're the same age as you, but and losing them early, whether it's from them taking their own life or an accident or something, it's not cool. It makes me really sad to think that now I have to grow up and I have to tell my kids about this awesome dude that I can't ever introduce them to because he doesn't exist anymore. Um, but all right, Holly, since you're a girl, you probably have a little bit more um, of an idea about what I'm about to ask. But I had a girl on Facebook. See, like I'm the kind of guy who because of being an old soul, I don't particularly think like trying to talk to a girl on Facebook is like a thing you should do. Like I feel like if you want to talk to somebody, you should like talk to them in person, kind of thing. Um oh man, Holly, that's horrible. I feel really bad for you because I mean, I definitely know how it feels. I mean, it's been about 5 years since Garrett. No, actually, I don't even know if it's been that long. It might only be like 3 or 4 years since Garrett died. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's nothing cool at all. But so yeah, so I had this girl who's been like liking all my stuff, and it's like I know that when somebody likes your posts, it doesn't mean that she likes you. So I'm trying to decipher like if this girl actually wants me to try to talk to her. Like she went out of her way to find me on Instagram and Snapchat, um, in the same day, and then she likes she likes a lot of my posts, I should say, and she constantly comments on things and like tries to start conversations with me. Which don't get me wrong, I mean I'll comment back and I'll talk to her, but I'm in this weird spot where I'm like, should I try and like talk to her? Like, should I try to see if she's trying to like become more than just a friend thing, or should I let it go? Because like I don't want to be that weird dude that she's like, oh, this weird guy's hitting me up on Facebook, because like I said, I'm always the type of guy I always felt like you should do that kind of stuff to somebody in person. But at the same time, I also don't want to not say anything to this girl and then have her like think like, why is this guy never try talking to me, because like I don't know, I'm confused, as if it's okay to try to talk to somebody on Facebook that you've never actually met in person. Is that creepy? Is it weird? Or do you think that's okay? Because she's really good looking. She's only 24 and I'm almost 30, so that's really cool. um but yeah, I don't want to come off as some weirdo if she wasn't trying to be that way. So I just figured maybe I'd ask you guys how you would feel about if you had a situation where you had a girl that seemed to try really hard to talk to you slash, like all your stuff and everything, if that would seem like a thing, like she's actually trying to get my attention, or if you think she's just trying to be friendly and I'm taking it in the wrong way. Okay. I just figured you'd probably be the best person to ask, Holly, because you yourself are a girl, so you're going to understand the mindset of a woman more than me or Michael, because we're obviously guys, and as guys, we just assume things, and so like like I said, I just didn't want to be a weirdo. I didn't want her to like go around and tell people that I'm a creep and that like I tried to, whatnot. I don't know. I'm a bit self-conscious because of my ex-girlfriend destroying my life as much as she did with cheating on me and everything. It kind of makes me hesitant toward trying to start a new relationship. And so um, I've been kind of wondering it. Every time that I post that I'm streaming, she doesn't obviously come and watch me, but she always hearts that I'm streaming. So it's kind of like it makes me think like she like wants me to talk to her, but I'm afraid to because I don't want to be the creep. I appreciate your feedback, Holly. I will attempt to talk to her tomorrow because I feel like it's probably too late to try it now. Um, okay, well that's good. That's good. I'll give it an attempt tomorrow. So tomorrow and tomorrow's stream, I'll let you guys know if it seems to be going good or not, or if it seems like it's going down. Because I mean, obviously, in one day, I'm not going to be like dating this girl within a day, but I'm just meaning like if it seems like she's talking to me in a way where she wants to talk, or if she's just talking to me because we're talking. I'll keep you updated, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Boom. Holly, I can't though, because like as much as everybody tells me I'm such a nice person and that I'm so easy to listen to and people like watching me, I doubt myself all the time. I really don't think that I'm as cool or as nice as everybody thinks I am. And I know that's not an attractive quality. I know it's not, but like I said, I've had too many bad relationships and usually they don't end well, and so it kind of scares me to think about trying to do it again because I'm afraid of getting hurt. I sound like a girl when I talk about this stuff, but it's true. Um, um, yeah, I was just saying that, Michael, because you were commenting on things that happened a while ago, like with the whole dog thing, and then you brought up, I forget now what else you brought up that was delayed. And so I think that your stream might be a bit behind on everybody else's. So I was just saying, like, you might want to restart your stream and maybe it will catch up and you'll be back up to speed with everything. Well, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, Holly. I mean, it does mean a lot, because you realistically, I mean, you know me because of YouTube and stuff like that, but you obviously don't know me. So for you to say stuff like that, it does make me feel good because at least shows that I am a somewhat of a good person in other people's eyes. Um, we have 4 people watching, which means that 2 of you are chatting and 2 of you aren't. So I'd appreciate if our second mystery guest would leave a comment or over there saying hello or whatever you want to say. You don't have to start with hello. You can just join in the chat. We have 2 great moderators that are very friendly and are more than willing to chit chat your ear off, just like I will do. Um, so yeah. Does it seem like you're caught up now? Do you seem like now that you restarted it, that you're now up to date with us? Well, actually, you just said, "Hey, mystery guest," so I'd assume you're obviously up with us now um, because you obviously are having the conversation that I'm having. But yes, good. Like I was saying when you left, I was only telling you to restart because you were talking about things that had happened earlier in the chat, and that's what made me think you must be behind on the stream. And so I figured if you restart, it would bring you back up to where we are. It must have had an internet glitch or something. I mean, you also got to realize since everybody pretty much is home nowadays that everybody's using the internet. So um, you know there's a higher chance of the internet going shitty on people because of the fact everybody out there is currently using it. But yeah, I think that's the truth, Holly. I do think good men always get hurt the most. I mean, but that's also like you and me had that conversation the other night that it goes both ways. I also understand that good girls also always get hurt the most. I mean it's a two-way street for sure. Um, but it's definitely true. It's definitely true when you pour your feelings out to somebody and you're willing to actually be honest and want to work on having a good relationship. If for some reason it never works out that way, and it's really depressing. Yeah, I saw they left. They literally stayed for like 10 minutes of the conversation and then fucking left. Um, but it's whatever. Um, yeah, I know, Michael, and thankfully Holly has given me good advice now. I will definitely attempt to talk to this girl and see if there's any possibility that she might actually be trying to talk to me. But but uh, but just because you have Big Lisa, I mean, obviously you paint this picture as if like she's this big girl and you don't really care about her, but she's honest. But I know because you seem very much like me, I know that you deep down inside you have feelings for her that you just don't like to admit. Like I know you love her because you wouldn't be with somebody if you didn't love them. Loyalty is not the only quality that keeps you in a relationship. You have to love somebody to stay with them, and maybe she's not the most attractive person to you, but I still guarantee that you love her deeply, or else you wouldn't be dating her. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you're just with her for loyalty. There's just no way. I don't believe it. You can say it all you want, but I don't believe it. And she's probably a really nice person, to be honest. And if Big Lisa ever comes on here, I will never call her Big Lisa, and secondly, I will also never ever tell her anything you've ever said about her. This is a trust relationship we have between us. Anything you say here will stay here between us, and that goes with you too, Holly. Not saying that you're going to all of a sudden start bashing your boyfriend or something, but I have. You can trust me. I promise. I would never repeat things that you guys say to me in chat to somebody else if they were, something that they shouldn't be repeated. Um, but yeah. Okay, wait. It was 12:07. Now it's 12:21. Go for a little bit longer. It's not really like I'm going to be doing much of anything if I decide to get off now, anyways. Um, ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ooh, I'm sweating my balls off, guys. I'm sweating my balls off. So what should we talk about now? The chat seems to have gone dry. You guys aren't chit-chatting with me still. Last thing I got was ask Holly for relationship advice. Are you have you decided to not eat pizza anymore? Is that because all you've been doing is eat pizza? Can I tell you what though? Every stream's gotten more and more views not so much during the stream, but after. Like when the video gets uploaded to YouTube. Yeah, yesterday's videos already got 58 views, which I know I'm like bragging about such low numbers, but I think that's pretty good. For not even technically now it's been up for 24 hours, but for not before that it had only been up for like 10 or 11 hours, and I was already up into 50 views on a video that was 2 hours long. Thought that was pretty good, being as most of the time I posted videos that were 10 minutes long and barely got 20 within a week. Um, so and it's definitely been like an uprise. Like if you go through the video I did a week ago, I think it's been like 5 days or whatever, the first live stream I did, whereas now I've continued to keep doing it because, like you said, Michael, I need to keep a scheduled every day, every night, whatever kind of thing I need to keep in the same schedule to kind of keep this attraction of the people who watch me at a specific time. But we have another mystery guest. Hello. Oh, they left. Man, I should stop opening my mouth. It seems like every time I'm like, "Hey, look, something," and then they leave. But yeah, so I mean, like if you actually look at the progression, um, they've actually gotten more and more. Michael, something tells me Michael's got a crush on you, Holly, because every time you leave, he's always asking me where you are and when you're going to come back. And now he says it's because Holly makes it interesting. It just makes me think that Michael's got a crush on Holly. Michael's got a crush on Holly. I'm just joking. Well, you might, but I'm just saying. I don't know. You guys work that out between yourselves. That's none of my business. I know you're both in a relationship as well. Just making that clear as well. I'm just saying. Just saying. Mm. Now you guys aren't saying anything in chat. Did I just kill the buzz? Did I kill the buzz? Hey, I'm not saying that Holly ain't attractive or something. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, I mean, or are you trying to say that you're not attracted to Holly because she isn't 375 pounds? That comment could be taken either way. I think he's saying you're interesting due to the fact of that you're a good person, you have good conversations, and you're a trustworthy person. I think that's where he was saying that you're interesting. Or maybe he does have a crush on you. Who knows? Hey, if you two get married, you better invite me to your wedding. That would be dope as fuck, because I would totally fucking vlog that shit. You could just hire me as your videographer. I just record your whole fucking wedding. Let's see. Oh, so I was right. So apparently, I'm sorry, Holly. He's not attracted to you because you don't weigh 375 pounds. Holly, if you get married to your boyfriend you're with now, you should still invite me to your wedding. I'd appreciate that. I'd totally come. I'd totally come. I bet you guys would never see a more handsome man in a fancy suit. Hey, Holly, you got any single friends? You know how weddings are. Girls, man, they get all excited around weddings. They always think, maybe it will be my turn next. But they got to be good. They got to be loyal. Oh, shit, you guys are engaged? Oh, my God. Wait. I had to do the months. I had to count the months. to see where we are. So something tells me you're not going to invite me to your wedding because it's already pretty close, and I feel like you probably have already sent out invites, which fine, I guess I'm okay with. Here I is. I thought we were fucking friends, but no, I'm not even cool enough to come to your fucking wedding. Jeez. God, hurt my feelings, Holly. Now you're not going to be moderator. I'm unmoderating you. Just joking. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm a sarcastic asshole. I just like to talk out my ass sometimes. Oh, are you just saying that because you're like, maybe I would invite you? I know you don't know me, and I wouldn't really expect you to invite me to your wedding. If you did, it would be very humbling. But I'm not really saying you have to invite me to your wedding. That's I can understand where that might seem a little weird because you don't really know me. But it's cool. I still hope that you have a badass wedding and that it, everything goes great and you guys have a fucking awesome time because weddings are the shit. Why would your friends scare the hell out of me? Are they like crazy? Like crazy? Because I've I've had quite a lot of crazy girls in my life. But hey, if they're loyal, they can be as crazy as they fucking want to, as long as they're not gonna cheat on me. I don't really care about that. We're just trying to find somebody loyal out here. Also, from the conversation I had with my ex-girlfriend today, um, uh, I'm assuming she isn't our mystery guest, by the way, because she made it seem like she hasn't seen or talked to me for a really long time. So unless she's like hidingly pretending like she isn't been watching my streams, then our mystery person must actually just be some weirdo that likes to watch me. Ooh, gross. My brain went to a really gross place there. What if it's some dude who masturbates to me? That's really gross. Not loyal, just dumb. Well, that's kind of mean to say about your own friends. Don't you don't you think that having non-loyal and dumb friends kind of judges you? I'm not saying you're dumb or not loyal. I'm just meaning like are you like the good girl of the group or something? Are you like the good one? But you're very welcome, Holly. You're very welcome. I am really, really happy for you, for real. Because if I could find the girl and get married, it'd be the best day of my entire life, to be honest. Actually, until I have a child, and then that day will be the best day of my life. But yes, that's dope as fuck. Oh, you're the responsible one of the group. I see. Mom. The mom's always the responsible one. You're the one taking care of all the other ones. And you know what's actually funny, Michael, is because Stephanie is the name of my stalker. So when you first brought up the fact of a woman named Stephanie, I laughed in my head because I was like, "That's the name of my stalker." And she's a big girl, but no, I don't think I'm gonna go for that right now. I'll keep trying with small bodies for a little while, and I guess if it doesn't work out and I'm getting closer to 40, maybe I'll take your advice on that one. Hey, 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 hey. I've been live streaming every day. This is like my 20th cigarette in the last hour. And I wonder why I have no money and I buy cigarettes so often. Well, guys, as you pretty much have probably figured it out by now, I'm going to smoke this last cigarette and then I'm going to go. Um, well, yeah, I'm sure the big ones are loyal because they're the ones that, if they get a skinny guy, I'm sure the big girls are usually like, How did I get so lucky to get such a skinny guy? But it feels demoralizing inside of me to think that I'd only be with her because she's large and I know that she'd be loyal. Like, that seems mean. That's why I couldn't do it. And I'm not hating on you for being 128. Like I said, I'm into small body girls. I like girls who are short and they don't weigh a lot. Not to get like super personal, but during our bedroom time, I like a girl that I can pick up, pin against a wall. I can flip her around in 8 different directions whenever I want to. I like the mobility of it. That's why we call girls like you small body girls. I like them small body girls. It's true. I like them. I like them short. I like them to weigh like, not a whole lot, enough where I can pick them up, flip them around, have my way with. And usually they're all about that. Big pimpin', spending G's, it got us. Big pimpin's all at MIC. Sorry, I just started rapping some old school rap for you right there, and I'm pretty sure I said the last lyric wrong, but that's fine. That's completely fine. Weird noise outside. Is that what you're saying about your man said the same thing about you like the small body girls he can pick up and twist and flip around and stuff? Is that what you were saying, Holly? And Michael, if you could pick up 375 pounds, pin against her wall, or flip her and twist her into 8 different directions, I'd be proud as fuck of you, bro. Because that must mean you fucking swole. But it's true, Holly. It makes the bedroom that much more exciting when you're able to control it. Like, I understand that some girls like to be in control, and that's fine, but that's not me. I've always been the one who takes control, and so I kind of like it that way. And so I could totally understand that your guy's the same way, being as he's the same height as me. I'm sure he looks at you the same way that I'm explaining, in the sense of you're a small body woman. I'm sure that, not to get personal about your shit, but I'm sure he can flip and twist you in 8 different directions, and you're probably all about it. Because usually when small body girls have that stuff happen to them, they love it. At least I've never had a girl complain about it before. Let's put it that way. And my ex-girlfriend was the same height as me, so I couldn't really do that. She didn't weigh a lot, but she was really skinny, but she was tall. So at least we're all on the same page. Except for Michael, who's got big Lisa, so he can't be on that same page. But he kind of understands. I'm sure Michael would love to do it if he could. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, damn, I just realized. Oh, to be tall. Yes, the fun lives of being. I guess that would be another advantage of being tall, realistically. I didn't really think of that, because if I was short, I wouldn't be able to do that stuff, but whatever. I will have to show you guys tomorrow, but because I was going to do it tonight and just completely forgot about it until right now. But I found a whole bunch of pictures of me when I was like 12, and me and my friends were a bike gang. And just a bunch of pictures of me when I was a really young kid. And I was just as tall as I am now, but I look like I'm 2 years old. And I kind of thought about it, and I was like, when I found them, I was like, oh, I bet you the stream would enjoy seeing these little pictures of me. But then I forgot them, and they're in my house, but I'm 150 feet away from my front door right now, and people are inside sleeping, so I can't go inside and be loud. So we'll bring them out tomorrow, and I will show you guys baby-faced Matt tomorrow. All kinds of pictures of me as a young lad. Pretty much it's me without the beard is pretty much what it is. I look almost the same. If I shave, I look very baby-faced. And so pretty much it's just a tall me without a beard is what it is. An innocent tall me without a beard, I'll put it that way too, because I was still a good kid at that point. A couple years later, and your boy would be in and out of, I don't want to say jail because I technically didn't really go to jail, but I did have a small stint in juvenile detention because your boy hasn't always been a good person. I will be doing 10 o'clock. Let's just say let's shoot for 10. I'm trying my hardest to get the stream to be on 10 o'clock. That way we can do 2 hours, and that would put us at 12 o'clock, and then we're not super late, and we might actually have more chance of having people show up if it's not super fucking late. But I'm going to shoot for 10 o'clock, and if it's 10:30 or something, like, don't hate me. I'm doing my best to try to get it done. So definitely expect it between 10 and 11, but I'm shooting for 10 o'clock every night. So that way also by the time we all have to start working again, you guys can still be involved in the chat and stuff like that, and you don't have to stay up super fucking late just to be my moderators and stuff. And honestly, if it works out better for you guys to be even earlier by the time that the workflow really picks up and everything again, like we can, I'm completely cool with changing the schedule for you guys as well. I'm okay with that. But I'm just going to shoot for 10, and then we'll try to shoot for 10 to 12 o'clock for that 2-hour time frame. If that's cool with you guys. Michael, what time do you get up for work? Like, me streaming late at night like this, is this fuck you over? Like, if I did 10 to 12, would that be too late for you? No, I don't know what time you got to get up, go for work. And Holly, you're telling me that you watch my streams on your phone? Like, I mean, I'm not saying that's like a weird thing or a bad thing. I don't know if you guys use a computer or if you guys use your phone or what. 6 o'clock, holy shit. So you're telling me that I'm streaming, it's almost 1 in the morning, and you're got to work tomorrow at 6? Because now you're making me feel bad. Like, I know you're not trying to, but now I do feel bad because I feel like unless you have insomnia like I do, that's got to suck. Well, that's cool. What kind of phone do you have? Are you an Android or a iPhone user? I'm an Android user. I've had Android my entire life. Okay, Michael, are you also an Android or an iPhone user? Because I'm sure if you guys say iPhone, you've probably had iPhone your entire life. Well, majority of your entire life. And if you've had an Android, I'm sure you've had an Android the majority of your life, because usually people don't bounce between the two because, everything that I have for Android, I can't get on iPhone. So it makes no sense that like all my cloud photos and stuff like that are all saved to Google, and then if I go to iPhone, I won't have them. And so that's why I've always stayed with Android, because I've always ever had an Android. Um, okay, so we're split. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, me and Holly technically are the majority here because we both are Android. But yeah, you're an Android. Holly's Android, and Michael's iPhone. So that's cool. I don't. I don't really have a difference between the two. Like I said, I literally only stay with Android because everything I have is on an Android network anyway. So it makes just more sense to continue with Androids. But everybody in my family, my parents, my sister, all my friends, they all have iPhones. I'm like the one lonely Android. But I love it. I've never had an issue with Android my entire life. So, I mean, like, there's no reason for me to be like, I'm going to say fuck Android and get an iPhone. But it's not like I really have much against iPhone besides just that mere fact of being like, it's always Android versus iPhone. And so, naturally, I'm on the side of Android. But all right, my two good friends. Yeah, no, I totally agree though, Holly. iPhones are really fucking expensive when they come out, and I'm like you. I paid $30 for this phone right here. This was $30 from Walmart, and it works perfectly, just as good as any other $1,000 phone out there. It does everything that $1,000 phone can, but it was $30. So definitely easier for me. Um, but my friends, I'm gonna go. I just finished my cigarette, and I am actually feeling quite tired. I only paid 1,300. Oh, only, only had to pay 1,300. Um, I can barely afford cigarettes, let alone pay $1,300 for a phone. But yes, I'm going to go. I hope you both have a fantastic night. I hope you both have a fantastic day tomorrow. I look forward to seeing both of you tomorrow night if you can make it. Obviously, if for some reason anything pops up and either of you can't make it, I won't hold it against you unless you don't watch the post video. Then I will hate you. Just joking. I would never hate you guys. You guys are my two BFFs, my internet BFFs, and I appreciate you guys. So I'll see you either tomorrow or the next time or whenever. And and yeah, and I'll bring the pictures tomorrow so you guys can see babyface Matt. All right, now I'm gonna go let my dog out to go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna put her back to bed, and then I'm gonna go that way myself. So until tomorrow, my friends, we should have an outro that I can never think of. I did the same thing last night where I went to leave and I was just like, I wish I had an outro. Maybe we can figure out something and like tomorrow we'll work on my outro. Sound good? Sounds good. Much love to you all. See you later. I'm just floating over the end button. Like, when should I end it? I'm ending it now. Bye.